Well, it looks like Angel Reese. Well, it looks like she's just been caught in what could certainly be taken as in a lie. All right? All these things that she says she has dealt with over the last year, all these encounters of racism.
Angel Reese, the most coddled, babied professional athlete in all of sports, continues to be the most babied and coddled professional athlete in all of sports, continues to have her peers say, "You go, girl. You be unapologetically yourself. Don't worry how rude, how arrogant, and how disrespectful you are. Don't worry about all the lies that you perpetrate. Don't worry about that."
It looks like Angel Reese just walked herself into a major contradiction, and the cameras were rolling when she did it. After a string of public claims about mistreatment and racism from Indiana Fever fans, Angel sat down for what should have been a routine post-game media session. But instead of reinforcing her ongoing narrative, she accidentally unraveled it, and the internet noticed instantly. Let's rewind. This all started after a blowout loss to the New York Liberty. Reese, who's been one of the most protected, praised, and spotlighted athletes in women's basketball, began speaking about the criticism she faces. But then she dropped a line that left reporters and fans stunned. She said, and we quote, "I get so much love in person. I've never had a negative encounter in person. Ever. Wait, what? The same Angel Reese who sparked headlines for accusing fans of racism? The same Reese whose supporters claimed she was being harassed courtside? Suddenly saying she's never had a bad experience in person? This isn't just a minor contradiction. It's a direct conflict with the story her camp and the media have been running with for weeks."
Remember the guy that I guess, was out there waiting for him supposedly, and when the team was coming out, and of course we saw footage of that, and there was nothing malicious to it whatsoever that anybody could see. And then of course the Indiana Fever fans were yelling racist things or making racist noises out around the court. WNBA did an investigation, found nothing.
It is embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. It is absolutely embarrassing. And the fact is that originally it's, oh yeah, you know, we're looking towards everything. Then they had to double down. They actually redacted this statement. They redacted a statement. They redacted the statement saying we're looking at everything, saying no, we're actually not looking at most of the stuff. We're looking at a lie spread on social media that went viral. We are looking into a literal lie spread on social media that got spoken into fact. We're looking at a lie.
Let's put it into perspective. The WNBA spent weeks investigating allegations of racist comments made by Indiana Fever fans. They combed through arena security footage, interviewed dozens of fans, spoke with both teams, questioned arena staff, and reviewed every second of available broadcast audio. And what did they find? Nothing. Zero. No evidence at all. No racial slurs. No hate speech. Not even a suspicious shout. But Reese's supporters kept pushing the narrative anyway, until now. Even Chicago Sky coach Tyler Marsh admitted his team didn't know anything about supposed racism at the game, until they saw it on social media after the fact. Read that again. The coach of the team supposedly being targeted only found out by scrolling Twitter. The entire story blew up because of vague, unverified posts. No one at the game saw it. None of the players or coaches said anything to officials during or after the match, and yet the media jumped on it like it was fact. The WNBA eventually issued a statement saying the allegations were not substantiated. Code 4, this didn't happen. Now, with Angel Reese openly admitting she's never had a negative in-person encounter, the last thread holding this controversy together just snapped. Let's be honest, if this had been a mistake, a misunderstanding, she could have cleared it up weeks ago. She could have told fans, hey, this was blown out of proportion, social media twisted it. I've never had anything like that happen directly. Instead, the WNBA launched an entire investigation. Fans were accused. The Fever organization took heat, and it was all for something that now, by her own words, may never have happened. To make matters worse, Reese's media team clamped down hard when the allegations first went public. Reporters noticed interviews were being tightly controlled, press time was limited. PR staff hovered close, jumping in if questions got uncomfortable. That only made it look worse. This wasn't just sloppy communication, it looked like damage control, and now we know why. Let's not forget, Reese has a history of stirring controversy online. From mocking Caitlin Clark after their college rivalry to reposting memes that called Clark a white girl running from the fade, Reese has actively leaned into being the villain. She's said it herself. They're watching because of me. But when it comes to real accountability, things get quiet. The moment she was given a chance to clear the air, to tell the truth, she instead claimed she's never had an issue with a fan, ever. Which begs the question, what was the point of all this? Why feed a false narrative and let it snowball into a full-blown investigation? Why not just say from the beginning that it was a misunderstanding? And while the WNBA tried to handle it professionally, Reese's team seemed more concerned with controlling headlines than telling the truth. Media outlets that pushed the original story are now in retreat. ESPN and others had to backtrack on air, admitting the league found no evidence. That's a brutal L for journalists who ran with the accusations like they were confirmed facts. The fans of Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark were dragged for nothing, and now they're owed more than just silence. They're owed an apology. The WNBA fan base showed up, packed the arenas, and got slandered. The investigation proved they did nothing wrong. The least Reese could do is own that and say, I was wrong. But so far, nothing. Just more PR spin, more controlled appearances, more silence. And it's not just embarrassing, it's damaging to her credibility, to her brand, and to the league. Because when players and leagues chase headlines built on false accusations, it hurts real victims. It undermines trust. It makes future allegations harder to take seriously. Reese didn't just stir up drama, she joined the ranks of Bubba Wallace, Jussie Smollett, and others who let shaky claims run wild, only to have the truth blow up in their faces. And let's be clear, this isn't about race, it's about responsibility. When you have a massive platform, you can't play the victim while also fueling false stories that hurt innocent people. Now the real story is out. And you know what? The 2025 season just got even spicier. Every Fever vs. Sky matchup is now a statement game. Every fan in Indiana has a reason to cheer louder. And every media outlet that ran with the false narrative now has to answer one question. Why didn't you check the facts? If you're tired of media spin, if you believe facts still matter, and if you stand with the Fever fans who were falsely accused, drop a comment below saying, I've got the Fever. Smash that like button, subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter in this story. Because trust me, it's far from over. Click the next video, it goes even deeper.